Welcome back to the series where I pick movie posters suggested by you and turn them into horror versions. The comments picked were these right here. Hoppers and Rio posters turned into horror. So let's start with Hoppers. The idea here is to place a tree trunk on top of the squirrel as if it had fallen and crushed him before he could escape. I'm going to use puppet warp to create this effect and make his body look completely crushed. Carefully position the tree trunk to make it look like it really fell. Now add red liquid all over this area and create a dripping effect all the way down to the ground. I need to do this across the entire scene. Now add shadows to the tree trunk to create more contrast, and add some red liquid to the trunk as well to make everything look as realistic as possible. I also need to add a bit more on the machine and on the squirrel himself, because that makes it much clearer that he was actually crushed. I also thought about creating a dripping effect here, as if the blood were flowing onto the ground. Add a little more here, and continue the effect on the ground as well. Add some blood splatters on the ground, and also add a few intestines to make it look like they were forced out of the body. Add some on this side too, but they need a few adjustments so they look like they're naturally coming out. Make everything a little redder overall, and add blood splatters in the background as if there were a wall behind him. Add some sparks because the fallen tree damaged the machine, making it look broken. Darken the edges a bit, and finally make some subtle adjustments in camera raw to give the image a much stronger contrast. And we're done. Hoppers turned into a dark horror version. Like and subscribe unless you want to get crushed by a tree. Now for this poster, erase the logo first, along with the rest of the animals in the background and blue. Then bring in the dog, because the concept this time is that he's a bird predator. After positioning him, add contact shadows beneath his paws and a larger shadow underneath his body. Now add Nico inside the dog's mouth, but make sure his head is positioned deeper inside. I need to blend this properly and soften the area around the teeth. Now add Pedro being stepped on by the dog, as if he's being crushed under its paw. To do that, I need to make a few adjustments, blend part of his body into the sand, and add some reflected shadows. Let his eyes look lifeless. Lower the brightness of both the background and the dog to create stronger contrast. Now add red liquid around the dog's mouth. We already know where it came from. Add more around his mouth to make everything look more natural and to make him appear even angrier and more dangerous. Instead of drool, I'll replace it with blood and create a dripping effect flowing from top to bottom. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Add some blood on the dog's paw as well, because this time Pedro's the one who got crushed. Also add some blood on the dog's chest. Now for poor Pedro, to make the scene even cooler, I'll add this eye as if it had popped out of its socket and add spilled blood on the ground. Add some feathers around Nico to make the scene look even better. Then bring Blue back, looking absolutely terrified. Add shadows and red stains on him, coming from what happened to his friends. Now add the logo back, but this time change it to a deep blood red color with glowing highlights around the edges, because this is now a scene of pure horror. Finish everything off with some subtle contrast adjustments. Rio turned into a bloody horror version. Share the video with a friend and tell me in the comments what you think of these transformations, and suggest more movie poster makeovers you'd like to see next.